Hello everyone and welcome to the Irish in the UK. This week we're featuring the Birmingham Irish Association. During the coronavirus they have been providing a food bank, hot meal delivery service, clothing and other support to the Irish community right across the city of Birmingham. This is a vital support at this moment in time. Here's Trudy McGroarty, the service manager, to tell us what they do.
Ever since the lockdown, we've been inundated with people asking for help. We didn't realise the extent of the help that people wanted. So Birmingham Irish, we set up a helpline that was going to run 7 days a week from 9 AM till 8 PM. And boy, do we know. Inundated with calls, people looking for food banks where they could go and get food. So then we thought we need to do something like this ourselves. So myself and Maurice got together with Mick O'Brien, who's part of the GAA, and we decided between us we would put a big shout out to see if somebody could donate food to us so we could set up our own food bank. And since that started at the beginning of April, we've gave out 783 food parcels. And it's continuing. So all 4 GAA groups got together, and now every second week they're all taking turns in bringing food into us so we can, supply the demand.
You've had a wonderful supply of clothes from the public.
Yeah, I mean, again, it was trial and error. It's all come through the helpline that we had families phoning up saying because the high street shops are closed, they were struggling with clothes for their children. We had this from adults. So again, we called the GAA and asked if anything could be done. And this is the result. We're just in the process of sorting them all out to get them distributed to the families.
And of course now you've progressed on to doing hot meals and delivery as well.
Yes, that's been quite a demanding service. Originally we'd set it up to give hot meals to our dementia clients and their families. But word obviously got out and we've been inundated again on the helpline, not just for our Irish clients but the wider community. So we're helping as much as we can, delivering hot food to them as well. And at the moment we've only just started. We're doing up to 40 dinners a day and distributing them. We cover the whole of Birmingham. The whole of Birmingham is covered. So staff are coming in with cars as well. We've got the minibus service. So we sort of get everything together on who needs a meal, and then we decide which area, who goes into what area.
Now tell me a little bit about your Irish shop.
We've always had the Irish shop in the front office, which has always been very popular. More so now since the local Irish shop up the road closed down. So our products are really in demand. Some of the supermarkets have actually took Irish products out of their stores. So we were looking at building a new website, and we decided to incorporate the shop into it as well. So you can actually go onto Birmingham Irish Association website, click into the shop, and then click the items that you want, pay, and it's a click and collect service at the moment because we haven't got anyone we're looking for a courier to do the delivery service, which will be up and running after, the lockdown is, eased. So anything you want, just pop to Birmingham Irish on the day, within the times it states, and we'll hand the bags out. Funny you should mention the Irish food, Martin. I have a little something, I have a nice Irish hamper for yourself and the net, because I know you're great supporters of Birmingham Irish, so that's to be presented to you later.
Oh, well, Trudy, thank you so much, and Maurice and all the staff, thank you so much. We didn't expect that. That's lovely. Well, Trudy, you're doing a fantastic job here. I cannot believe the amount of work that you're doing here at Birmingham Irish with all your staff and the great support you've had from the community as well with food and clothes and the GA clubs. Well done to you all. Audrey is a cook at the Birmingham Irish Association, and she cooks hundreds of meals for vulnerable people every week.
I am cooking for the community. I'm cooking for clients who come to the Dementia Centre. We cook about 40 meals a day, and we have a minibus who takes and delivers the, the food out. Everything is cooked fresh in the morning, and we have different dietaries for different people. So I try and do everything, to meet everybody's needs, really. Today I've done a beef casserole, all fresh veg, fresh potatoes, and I've also done a curry. For obviously, some people don't want a beef casserole, so I've done a curry and rice as well for those.
What time do you start in the morning? How long does all this take each day?
I come in at 7:30 in the morning, and I do everything myself at the moment. I do, get everything prepared, and then obviously I have someone who comes in and helps me wash up and, trays up and everything. And I finish about 2:30, 3 o'clock some days. I'm glad to be doing this job. I think it's a wonderful thing to do for, in the community, for everybody.
You've got great Irish connections as well. Tell me about them.
I have. My mum's from Cavan. They live in Virginia. I was brought up in Virginia. She has 9 brothers and sisters. So I have got a connection to the Irish community.
Oh, well done. Well, Audrey, you're doing a wonderful job here with your lovely food. It's got a great reputation, everybody tells me about, so I'm going to sample it later. Thank you, Audrey. You're a wonderful cook. Now, the Birmingham Irish Association provide many different types of services. We spoke to Terry Nash, and I began by asking him what is his role at the Birmingham Irish.
I'm an activities and wellbeing coordinator within the community. I run clubs and centres all around Birmingham. I have 7 clubs at the moment, which range between anywhere of 15 members up to 120.
So what actually takes place there?
So we have lunch clubs and what we call refreshment clubs. So we'll have 2 activities which are based around physical and mental stimulation, and then a period of time where they can relax and chat in between themselves. The age ranges I cover are anywhere between 55 and 104, I believe, is my oldest member as well. And wow. She's fighting strong. I've been doing this role now for 7.5 years. And over that period of time the project has just taken off massively from year to year. Since lockdown has started, I believe that's now coming on 3 months, each week I've been creating videos of mental and physical stimulation. You can actually go onto the YouTube page, which is the Birmingham Irish YouTube, and find videos of seated exercise, quizzes. There's also review videos to watch as well.
Well, you're doing a great job, Terry, and keep it up.
Thank you very much.
Sinead, tell me, what's your role here with Birmingham Irish Association?
I'm actually the Dementia Centre Coordinator. We get clients coming in who are living with dementia, and they come in to us to do activities 3 times a week in St Anne's, and now we've got 2 other centres that have opened as well, so they're getting a full week of activities to keep them entertained.
So how many people would you normally get on average?
It depends. We could have about 10 to 15
wow.
People coming to us, per day.
Since the virus, of course, come along, you've been doing other work, haven't you? You've been involved in all this voluntary work here. Yeah,
it's completely changed my job role at the minute. We had a huge delivery of clothes and shoes, which was great. The whole dance floor was covered, but we've had to go through them all now, sort them into men's, women's, children's, just so that it's a lot easier to be able to distribute them to people that are in need at the minute.
So how did you get so much clothes here? How did you manage to get all that together?
People have actually been really kind and donated a lot of stuff to us, so that's how we've managed to get the big amount that we do.
Well, you've got a lot of work ahead of you today, Sinead, so
yeah.
We're going to let you go, but well done to you.
Thank you.
Now we're going to chat to Kate about her involvement with the association.
I'm part of the health and wellbeing team, and we look at clients, how they're coping with any health issues they have, and that can be anything from engaging with doctors, going to hospital appointments, engaging with other services, setting up social care packages, it could be their housing, it could be anything at all to do with their health. Some, if they're well enough, they can come in and see us, but generally we'll go out to those clients because they're quite vulnerable, they might be quite frail as well. Probably between us at any one time we'll be dealing with 50 or 60 clients at a time, yeah.
Now you're on the food delivery as well today, so tell me where you're going to today and how many meals you're bringing.
Again, right across the city. I think it's about 5-6 meals. Obviously you put the meal down and then distance yourself to the 2 metres or more. And they might not have seen anybody face to face, so they'll like to have a little chat with you as well. And you just check that they're doing okay, make sure they know the number to phone us, and if they need any help at all, that we're there and we'll help as much as we can. Mental health issues have sort of really skyrocketed. Got a lot of clients whose mental health's declined greatly, and that's meant, you know, lots of calls to other agencies, doctors, making sure that they're aware that I've got urgent concerns about clients, making sure that mental health teams are working, or maybe alcohol support, drug support services are in place as well, and that we're all working together for the client.
Now this week we're featuring the Birmingham Irish Association, who are doing wonderful work in the city, helping and supporting the Irish community. Now we're going to meet Lorraine O'Rourke, who is very busy delivering all the meals.
I've got 5 on my list today, and that's across the city.
How long will that take you? Is all the addresses near each other, or are they well spread out?
Some of them are nearer, some of them aren't. You know, we try to do them in patches so they're more local. But today I'll just go to whoever's on my list. Not too far. Might take me about an hour and a half, something like that. Not too long. People are absolutely delighted. It's a lifeline for them. You know, they wouldn't have hot meals otherwise, or, you know, maybe they don't feel up to it. Or they wouldn't have the ingredients to make the meal, they're not going out, you know, they're quite isolated. So they really are absolutely delighted, and that we've made the effort to drive across the city to deliver them.
During the day, we went out on food delivery with Trudy McGrorty. The first person we met was Mary Reynolds, and I spoke to her about her late husband Jimmy, who sadly passed away about 2 years ago.
My husband Jimmy Reynolds was involved in the Irish Centre. He was one of the founder members of it.
Yeah.
And then he was on some of the committee meetings going back in them days.
Yeah. And then, of course, more recently in life, he used to attend the Dementia group at the Birmingham Irish Association.
Yes, he did, yeah, yes.
And
they looked after him very well down there, yeah, and he enjoyed it, he did.
And then when he sadly passed away, you got involved with the Birmingham Irish Association. Tell me about that.
I got involved to help out down there, and, you know, which I enjoyed doing, and enjoyed chatting to our dementia clients, I did. We had a nice bunch of dementia clients.
And of course Trudy comes around now and she brings you the hot meals and everything.
Yes, she does. She's very good. I didn't expect her to do that for me.
Where you come from in Ireland?
I come from Kildare, on the borders of Wicklow and Carlow. And I came over here in 1960. And I loved going to the Irish Centre, I always did.
Tell me a little bit about the service that Birmingham Irish have been providing to you.
Well, Martin, in a nutshell, without them I'd be basically banjacks here. I mean, I've had all sorts of problems. Immobile for the last couple of weeks with a sciatic thing, trapped nerves, just got better, so I couldn't get out. So I was depending on them basically for the food drops. Not just hot food, there's all sorts of food. Amazing, amazing service. I mean, the thing about it is, none of the media here has covered what they're doing. It's only you, this news, and the public doesn't know about this. The media here hasn't covered anything like this. Last year, Morris was only one of 7 people to be selected by Michael D. Higgins as Council of State in the Irish government. You can see now why he and his team, like Trudy and the rest of the team, without them, I don't know, that's just me I'm talking about. There's got to be hundreds or thousands more people living on their own, depending on people like that. You couldn't fault the service, it's brilliant.
What does it mean to you to see a friendly face?
Well, not being able to get out is the big problem. So you're depending on a friendly face to appear up. I mean, they're friendly voices at the end of the phone. I mean, Morris and his team, you can phone them anytime for advice and they'll come back to you. And if they don't come back, they'll let somebody else, Trudy often, come back on the phone and check how you are. So the service isn't just food, it goes way beyond that. It's brilliant. One final thing is that you and the programme are helping stacks of people on their own, whether it's Wednesday radios, Thursdays or Saturdays. And they don't necessarily have to have high-tech stuff. It's cheap to get a mobile phone now or a tablet. So the programme is a huge help. You don't think about that when you're filming it, but it's brilliant looking forward to the evening shows, whether it's radio or TV. And you can always repeat it again and over again, so it's brilliant.
Elaine, what does it mean to you getting those hot meals on a day like today?
Absolutely everything. It is a godsend. I am a diabetic lady who is insulin dependent, and without these meals I just don't know what I would have done at this time. All the other residents are so grateful for everything all you people have done for all of us here.
Yeah, and of course you're representing quite a lot of the residents that's going to get hot meals here today.
I am. 11 people here are represented by me, including myself.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are housebound, cannot get out. So we really would like to thank all of you from the bottom of our hearts.
It's great to see a smiling face coming, isn't it?
Yes, Trudy is a lovely, lovely lady, and she's always made me welcome and always given me a smile and brightened up my day. We look forward to her little visits every time she comes.
Morris, you've got a wonderful organisation here in the Birmingham Irish Association, but you've really stepped up to the plate since this virus has come into play.
We have. It's been quite a crazy few weeks with what's been going on. Obviously, none of us saw this pandemic coming, so as soon as it hit, it was a case of all hands to the pump and try to carry on what we're doing and trying to look after the vulnerable people in our community, but obviously in a completely different way, something that was alien to us all, so we had to adapt really quickly and support people and care for people that we normally have, but trying to keep the distance, which is a really strange feeling for us all. But we think we've done okay. We've stepped up to the plate anyway. It's heartbreaking when you actually see how many people out there are in need. Obviously we were aware of our own clients who we were working with when we were put into lockdown, but the amount of people who've come through to us through our helpline and social media and the website and word of mouth, it's astonishing how many people out there are desperate and in need of help. Our food parcel deliveries, our hot meal service has just gone absolutely crazy with requests. We are struggling to cope now, but there's more and more people coming on board. There's more people volunteering to help us, so hopefully we can meet that need going forward. We're trying the best we can. We're trying to get meals to those people most in need, and some of the people obviously you've met this morning. So, and over the next few weeks we'll be expanding and trying to up our game. As we're doing 40, 50 meals a day, so we're hoping in the next few weeks to be able to get that up to 100 or so. We've been absolutely bowled over by the support that we've had, not only from the GAA clubs who've been working hard with us, but members of the community and people who've never really supported us in the past have come forward to donate clothes. You've seen in the hall today how many clothes were donated, and that was just on a couple of hours on Saturday. Absolute phenomenal response from everybody. So, things we take for granted, people haven't been able to get out to shops to buy clothes for the children, etc. So hopefully now we'll be able to help those people out.
Now, I've just seen you taking a delivery of brand new tablets there. Yeah. What's the idea behind them?
So what we're trying to do is reach out to the people in the community who maybe haven't got any social network, any family or friends or anybody looking after them. And they may not have any form of entertainment. We all take for granted having TVs, radios, but some of these people have got nothing at all. So we approached the Department of Foreign Affairs and the Embassy in London for some support. and they've helped us purchase some tablets, so we're going to be loading those with films, documentaries, puzzles, and bringing them out to the clients in the community. So we'll give them a tablet loaded with some content, and then when they've seen that and enjoyed that, we'll take it back off them and give them another one with some different programs and puzzles. A lot of these people are in the shielded group, so they won't have been outside for 10-12 weeks, and you know they don't get much social contact, so this will hopefully help even in a small way.
Now Maurice, I know that you're a member of the Council of State with our President of Ireland, Michael D. Higgins. How is that going for you now, or how are you managing to cope with that job as well as the Birmingham Irish Association?
Yeah, it's going well. Sadly, I haven't been able to get back to attend the ceremonies that we is part of the duties that we normally would, but I'm keeping in contact with his team and the staff remotely and via email. But please God, in the next few weeks we'll be able to get back to normal, and I'll be able to attend the ceremonies with the President.
Now, if people wanted to know anything maybe about the President, can they contact you here, or how do they contact you, ways that you can bring that question or whatever it is to the President?
Yeah, all they need to do, if they go onto our website, www.birminghamirish.org.uk, there's an inquiry form that they can fill in there, and if they put any questions, any information they want to know on there, it'll come straight through to me and I'll take that up for them.
Now, we've had a very informative day here today with filming with your staff and, seeing how the food has been prepared and then going out to drop it all off. But we got a right surprise ourselves, and we've got to thank you so much for the beautiful hamper that Trudy and yourself donated to us earlier on. And Annette and myself, we had no idea that was coming, but thank you so much.
You're more than welcome. The amount of work you both do for the community is phenomenal, so it's the least we could do.
What we have seen and heard tonight is truly remarkable. I never knew there were so many people depending on food banks, hot meals, clothing and other support. It brings it home to us all how lucky we are to be able to have a meal on our table and pay our bills. During the coronavirus, the voluntary organisations all over the UK and of course the Birmingham Irish Association have really stepped up to the mark and supported vulnerable people at this moment in time. Well done to you all, and a special well done to Maurice Malone and all his staff at the Birmingham Irish Association.